have you back. Today's subject is English studies, and we're going to be looking at reflexive pronoun. Reflexive pronoun. Reflexive pronouns are words ending in self or selves. I take it again. Reflexive pronouns are words ending in self or selves that are used when the subject and the object of the sentence are the same. Or we can say that a reflexive pronoun comes when the subject and object refer to the same person or thing. Examples of reflexive pronouns. Let's look at some of the examples of reflexive pronoun. Now, in my body here, we have the singular and we have that of what? The plural. In the reflexive pronouns, the singular, that means you're referring to one person. Singular simply means one person. But when you say plural, you're referring to what? Many people. They are more than one. Now, for singular reflexive pronoun, I is myself. I is myself. You, we use what? Yourself. He, himself. She, herself. It, itself. Now when you come to that of the plural, you notice that we have we. We is referring to more than one. There are so many there, okay? Now, we use what? Ourselves. You see that? These have changed to what? The elf is gone and it has been replaced to what? VES, which is including what? Selves. It's not in plural form. You, we use what? Yourselves, referring to more than one as well. They also more than one. We use what? Themselves. I take it again. In the plural form, we have ourselves in the word reflexive pronoun. You. Now when you look at something there, you notice something, right? You, we have you in the singular, we have you in the what? In the plural. We have you in the plural. Now the you in the singular is referring to what? One person. But when you're referring it to more than one person in the plural form, it becomes what? Yourselves. Now we have what we have there. We have there, they. Themselves. Now that takes us to what? How we can form sentence using what? Reflexive pronoun. Or how we can identify reflexive pronoun in sentences. Example, number one, we have he spoke to himself in front of the mirror. He spoke to himself in front of the mirror. Now when you notice there, we have what? Himself as a reflexive word pronoun. We have himself as a reflexive word pronoun. He is referring to what? One person. That is why it has what? Himself as the what? The reflexive pronoun. Two, we have the refrigerator defrosts itself. The refrigerator defrosts itself. Why are we using itself there? Because it's a thing. It's an object. It's not a human being. Okay? Now, the refrigerator defrosts itself. We notice that itself there is the word reflexive pronoun. 3. She is ashamed of herself for her deeds. She is ashamed of herself for her deed. Now, she is referring to what? the person is referring to what? The subject. So, she is ashamed of herself for her deed. While herself here is the word, is the reflexive word, pronoun. Herself is the word, reflexive pronoun. The fourth one I have here is, they are doing it themselves. They are doing it themselves. Now, they is referring to more than one person. They are doing it themselves. Now, when you look at here, we notice that themselves is what? The reflexive pronoun. Themselves is the reflexive word, pronoun. Hello, children. So far, you have learned how to use what? Reflexive pronoun in making simple sentences. And also, you can now identify the reflexive pronoun in sentences, isn't it? So therefore, children, if you have any question for me, feel free to ask Mrs. Emmanuel your question, and I'll be glad to take up your question and answer you. Thank you.